Thinking about it and I'm testing it, and I'm happy with the way it's interacted.
Pain Max,
Yeah, no pain. Yeah.
playing 3-on-3, that must have been a pretty good test for I guess, the speed and the wind with that much open ice.
Yeah, it was a lot of skating. I think I went down one way.
Former Habs Captain Pacioretty retires from NHL. Good day, hockey fans, and welcome back to Across the NHL. Today we're talking about the end of an era as one of the most prolific goal scorers of the 2010s has officially hung up his skates. Max Pacioretty has announced his retirement from the National Hockey League after 17 seasons. The 36-year-old forward is calling it a career and stepping into a new role with the University of Michigan, his alma mater, as a special assistant to the head coach. And while this news might not come as a complete shock to those who followed his injury-plagued final years, it still marks the closing chapter on a truly remarkable career. Let me paint the picture for you. Pacioretty wraps up his NHL journey with 681 points, including 335 goals, across 939 career games. Those are not just solid numbers. Those are the numbers of a player who consistently delivered at the highest level, particularly during his prime years in Montreal. Now, if you're a Canadiens fan, Pacioretty's name carries significant weight. Drafted 22nd overall by Montreal in the 2007 NHL entry draft, he spent the bulk of his career wearing the blue Blanc et Rouge from 2008 to 2018. 10 seasons. A decade of his hockey life dedicated to one of the sport's most storied franchises. But here's where it gets really interesting. In 2015, Pacioretty was named the 29th captain in Montreal Canadiens history. Think about that for a moment. The Canadiens, the franchise with more Stanley Cups than any other. The team that's had legends like Jean Beliveau, Guy Carbonneau, and Bob Gainey wear the C on their chest. Pacioretty became the first American player to captain the Habs, and he was also the first left-winger to hold that honor since Gainey himself. During his time in Montreal, Pacioretty wasn't just a good player. He was elite. The man became the first American to score 30 goals in a season for the Canadiens. He led the team in scoring. He won the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy in 2012 for perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey. That award came after he overcame a serious injury, showing the kind of character that would define his entire career. The 2011-12 season was particularly special. Pacioretty posted career-high numbers with 33 goals and 32 assists for 65 points in 79 games. He was the team's points leader. He was the guy opponents had to game plan around. He was, quite simply, one of the most dangerous offensive weapons in the league. But hockey careers are rarely straightforward, are they? After a decade in Montreal, Pacioretty's journey took him to Vegas, then Carolina, then Washington, and finally Toronto for his last season. With each stop, the injuries mounted. The Achilles tendon issues. The time away from the game. The rehabilitation. The doubts. Last season with the Maple Leafs, Pacioretty appeared in just 37 regular season games, recording 13 points with 5 goals and 8 assists. Those numbers don't tell the full story, though. What they don't show is a veteran battling through injuries, trying to contribute to a team with Stanley Cup aspirations, trying to prove he still had something left in the tank. And you know what? When the playoffs rolled around, Pacioretty showed flashes of that old magic. He posted 3 goals and 5 assists for 8 points in 11 playoff games with Toronto. He was a +1. He was contributing. He was doing everything a depth player could do to help his team succeed. That's the mark of a true professional, someone who understands their role and executes it with pride. What makes this retirement particularly poignant is that there was still interest in his services. Multiple NHL teams reportedly reached out over the summer. Teams that believed Pacioretty could still bring value to their organizations. But sometimes the body tells you what the mind doesn't want to hear. Sometimes 17 years of professional hockey, the injuries, the rehab, the grind, all of it catches up to you. So instead of chasing one more contract, one more playoff run, one more chance at glory, Pacioretty is choosing a different path. He's going back to Michigan, where his hockey journey took a significant step forward years ago. He's going to help develop the next generation of players. He's going to share his knowledge, his experiences, his understanding of what it takes to succeed at the highest level. Over his career, Pacioretty also added 50 points in 78 playoff games. 25 goals and 25 assists in the postseason. Those are the moments that define legacies, the high-pressure situations where only the truly skilled players can deliver. Pacioretty delivered time and time again. As we close this chapter, it's worth reflecting on what Pacioretty brought to the game. He wasn't the flashiest player. He wasn't going to dangle through 5 defenders or score from impossible angles every night. What he was, however, was reliable, consistent, professional. A player who understood positioning, who could finish around the net, who could captain one of hockey's most demanding franchises through both good times and challenging ones. For Canadiens fans, Patches will always hold a special place in team history. For fans of Vegas, Carolina, Washington, and Toronto, they got to witness a veteran who never stopped competing, even when his body was breaking down. Max Pacioretty's retirement closes the book on a career that spanned nearly 2 decades. 681 points. 335 goals. Captaincy. A Masterton trophy. Countless memories. That's one heck of a legacy. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our coverage. This is Across the NHL, and we'll see you in the next one.